Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello dear students, I have made this video special for you guys in learning about strategic relationship, chapter 7 of strategic marketing. Relationship marketing strategies, basically it is a two-way relationship, kind of an engagement, as well as an alliances between firms. Many marketing experts say that strategic alliances have their pitfalls. However, a well-conceived alliance can offer both partners competitive advantages. Therefore, strategic relationship can be range from transactional exchange to collaborative partnership. What I mean is that it can be based on transactions or collaborations. It can be a powerful relationship marketing technique. This is not only helps firms create brand awareness, but also strategic relationship could expand firms' potential customer base. Okay, let's move to next slide. Look at the learning objective of this chapter. There are 3 learning objectives of this chapter. The first one is looking into the rationale for interorganizational relationships. Second learning objective is to looking into forms of organizational relationships. And third learning objective is looking into global relationships among organizations. Alright, we move to next slides. Exhibit 7.1, strategic relationships, shows the formation of strategic relationships. These formations include end-user customers, intermediate customers, competitors, internal partners, as well as external partners. Okay, strategic relationships also comes from the formation of strategic alliances. It comes from relationship through joint ventures, as well as relationship with the suppliers. Okay, these channel members could create and deliver superior customer value to the firms. Okay, so what are strategic relationship goals? What are the goals of strategic relationships? There are a number of goals. The formation of strategic relationship could give such as gaining access to market. Strategic relationship could enhance value offerings to the partnerships, and strategic relationship could reduce risk which caused by technological changes. It could also share skills and acquire new knowledge through the partnerships. It also could build close relationship with loyal customers. Alright, let's move to next slide, which is the rationale for interorganizational relationships. Okay, there are 5 factors to interorganizational relationships rationale. The first one is the opportunities to enhance value. Markets today could enhance value and could get the opportunities to enhance value or increase value. The organizations also may couple or increase their competencies to offer superior customer value. Okay, through interorganizational relationships, the strategic relationship offers much more attractive value offerings. Okay, second rationale for interorganizational relationship is environmental complexity. Okay, we know that global business environment is changing and turbulent. the business environments always display diversity, from time to time. Diversity refers to different elements in the environments, including people, including organizations, as well as social forces. So companies must cope with diversity internally and externally. Companies must also cope with changes due to this complexity or complex environment. So how hospitality industry copes with environmental complexity? Environmental uncertainty and complexity within hospitality industry become a big challenges, I would say. Issues such as changes in room rates, from time to time, labor supplies availability, demand in hotel rooms that always changes, regulatory of the government that also changes from time to time, changes in customer taste and also preference, also a big issue in our industry. So all this complexity need to deal with and requires good coordination between partners. Alright. The third factors is through competitive strategy. Alright. Somehow, working with other organizations may become a value-added element on how an organization competes. Because when we work through relationship, we are actually also work together with other organizations. A good example is collaboration between in our industry, a good collaboration between McDonald's and Coke, for example. Another collaboration in our industry, such as between Kentucky Fried Chicken or KFC, Pizza Hut, as well as Pepsi. Alright. This strategy relies on the ability to manage an array of strategic relationship with outsourcers, suppliers, and also the alliances. The rationale for inter-organizational relationships continues to skills and resource gaps. Factors number 4, skills and resources gaps. There are 2 identified skills and resource gaps, which known as technology constraints and financial constraints. These are 2 big gaps relates to skills and resources. Technology gives an impact to giant as well as smaller firms. We know that now technology give an impact to the organizations anywhere in the world. So access to technology creates specializations, advantages. For example, in hospitality industry, smart technology has been introduced to drive and reshaping the industry, such as automated check-in and check-out, digitized room keys, for example, chat rooms where staff of the industry may converse with the guests on their smartphones, tabletops, tablets, digital inventory trackings, and many more. Whereas financial constraints are greater for single organizations. As a result, many companies must seek partners in order to obtain valuable resources or to spread the risk of financial loss. When we talk about financial, it is looking into financial ability. Companies seek resources on ways to spread the risk of financial loss with another firms. For example, hotels industry, which unlock their hotels potential by using central reservation system, for example, or known as CRS hotels. It helps you connect. It gives financial advantages. It helps hotels industry to connect with all distribution streams from different web portals to global distribution system. CRS also could help online travel agencies to search engines like Travelocity, Expedia, Trivago, and etc. Therefore, also destination of the world, including Google hotel ads. Yeah. So in short, with CRS or central reservation system, hotel can increase visibility and sales without any extra amount effort or time. Okay, this factor also could give international organizations important gaining access to markets. Channels of distribution could link the demand and supply. Yeah, market access in hospitality industry can be in terms of strategic alliances, franchise, yeah, joint venture, and mergers. So you have to choose which one is suitable for your industry or for your firm. However, many hospitality industries have used these collaborative ventures and realized that entering into alliances networks with competitors, suppliers, and customers, and also firm in other industries is an opportunity for building strengths. All right. Rationale for interorganizational relationship number 5 is evaluating the potential for collaborations. Yeah? Collaborative relations may include shared activities such as product and process design, cooperative marketing programs. It includes also long-term supply contracts and applications assistance. Okay, we have to evaluate the potential of collaborations because the collaborations may vary substantially across industry and individual companies. Usually, collaborations will consider costs as well as benefits of partnering with customers, suppliers, and as well as competitors or any other shareholders. Yeah? When networks of alliances and partners develop, the potential for partners to have conflict of interest will be the big challenge. Therefore, it is worth to answer a few questions before collaborations is made. Okay, this is how we evaluate the potential for collaborations. The first questions to ask yourself or your firm is the relationship strategy essential. Okay. Second questions, are good candidates available? Who are the candidates to collaborate? Yeah? Are they available internally or externally? And number 3, questions to answer is questions to ask is, do relationship fit the firm's culture? Okay, that is important. All right, next move to next slides, which list down forms of organizational relationships. Okay, forms of organizational relationships, there are many. Okay, you can make an organizational relationships through supplier relationships, through intermediate customer relationship, through end customer relationships, yeah, your customer, through strategic customers, through strategic alliances. It could also can be form of joint ventures. It can also could be form of internal partnering. Yeah. It could also be in the forms of managing interorganizational relationships between the stakeholders. Okay. Next is objective or relationships. Yeah, forms of organization relationship also can be in the relationship management, partnering capabilities, as well as control and evaluation. Alright. Last but not least is exiting from alliance. Yeah. Okay. So in managing organization relationships, there are 5 factors to consider when firms manage organization relationships. The 5 factors are objective of relationship, relationship management. So we are going into detail later on. Partnering capabilities, control and evaluation, and exiting from alliance. Okay, look at managing organization relationship one by one. And the factor number 1 is objective or relationship. Firms must look at what are the objective or relationships. Possible or objective of strategic relationship could be, new technologies and competencies. This is the challenges for many companies. We know that technology is becoming more complex and have very short time span. Okay, alliances with others thus will provide a rapid approach to learning about new technology and their potential. Okay, so this is the first objective to look into when we have strategic relationship. Second objective to look into is developing new markets and building market position. Okay, collaborations may use to enter new product market or to geographically expand a position in a market already existed. So firm has to think whether they have to develop new markets or build up and enter into new market positions, or also to venture into geographically expand that a position in a market already exists. Okay, next possible objective or strategic relationship could be market selectivity. Okay, in this factor, you have to make decision whether to apply market selectivity strategies or market domination strategies. Alright, small firms must adopt strategies that enable them to compete in market segments where they have strategies that enable them to compete in market segments where they must have unique strength or segments which are not an interest of large competitors. Okay, small firms must differentiate themselves between large firms. Okay, next possible objective is restructuring and cost reduction. When firms are competing to an international market, okay, or when strategic relationship is being developed, often firms are required to restructure or reduce product costs. Why? Why is that so? Because cost reduction may encourage the firms to locate low cost sources of supplies. Okay. This is the objective of many firms who create relationship, definitely because of cost reduction. Many producers in Europe, Japan, and United States establish relationship with companies or countries that are new to industrialization. For example, Europe, Japan, United States company build up collaborative or relationship with industries in China, Korea, and Taiwan, for example. Okay, this enables companies to reduce plant investment and also product costs. And for example, in our industry also, McDonald's has its own food factory in Shanghai, China, to strategize the need of restructuring and cost reductions. Okay, usually the cost reduction is the main target of strategic relationship. All right, we move to next slides, which discuss on the relationship management. Okay, this the text that we are referred to, it gives us guidelines on relationships, on strategic relationships. We know that collaborative relationships are increasingly necessary. It is necessary, however, the available concept and methods in managing these partnerships are limited. Therefore, this textbook sets 9 guidelines in managing distribution channel relationship. Okay, the first one is planning. It is critical to have comprehensive planning that combining skills and resources to achieve strategic objective. Things to be specified in planning stage are, during the planning stage, we have to specify the objective for the relationship, alternative strategies in achieving the objective. Okay, next we have to plan on the alternative strategies that must be evaluated over time. We must evaluate our strategies, and also decision must be made on how the relationship is structured and managed. Okay, so careful planning should be done in all those things that I have mentioned earlier. Okay, next is trust and self-interest. To be successful, partnership involves trust and respect between the partners and willingness to share with each other on various self-interest issues. Okay, all those partners must willing to share. Okay, number 3, conflicts. We have to expect conflicts will occur in any relationships. These partners must respond when conflicts occur and work proactively to resolve the issue. Okay, number 4, guidelines on the strategic relationships is reputational risk. Okay, this should be taken This should be taken care. Why? Because it's required special deals with partners in terms of ethical standards or ineffective social responsibility. Okay, so this is usually deals with social issues which could bring good image or substantial damage to the firms. Definitely, when we have a strategic relationship, we need to have a good image between the collaboration. We don't want the relationship brings damage to the firm. Okay, guidelines number 4 is guideline number 5 is leadership structure. Strategic leadership can be achieved by 2 structures. First is developing an independent structure, and second is assigning the responsibilities to one of the partners. Okay, whether you are develop an independent structure or you assign your partners to responsible for the structure of the relationship. Okay, and guidelines number 6 is flexibility. Relationship always change over time, therefore you should expect, a firm must expect changes over time. So therefore firms must be able to be flexible in order to adjust to changing conditions and partner requirements. Okay, guidelines. Next guideline is guideline number 7, cultural differences. Partners must accept the reality that different nations are influenced by different cultures. Okay, we know that different industry, different nation will have different, definitely different cultures altogether. Partners must recognize the interdependence of partners in building successful relationships. How we interdependence interdependence with each other. If partners fail to respond to the cultural variations, the relationship may be not working and fails. Okay, guideline number 8, regarding the technology transfers. Firms have to ask themselves, do partnership involves developing and transferring the technology into business applications? Okay, do partners involve in developing and transferring the technology into business applications? If the answer is yes, special attention must be given on how to implement the technology transfers. Yeah, important issue to consider are organizational problems that relate to technology. Firms must identify commercial sponsors, for example, to help in or to add value, appoint a team to achieve the transfer, and also building transfer mechanism into the plans. Okay, so firms must have a common technology which bring up the firms to a better stage. Yeah? Okay, guidelines number 9 is, or the last guideline is, learning from a partner's strength. This one, firms must take a good advantage of the partnership, the opportunities for a firm or an organization to expand its skills and experience should be exploited and well established through the partnership strengths. Okay, all right, let's move to next slides, which is partnering capabilities. All right, oops, sorry. Okay, we know that firms, organizations must make sure that alliances and partnership strategies that establish should be a successful and dedicated strategic alliances partnership in the company. Otherwise, it is not worth it. Okay, it is important to consider what is necessary to build an organizational competence in strategic alliance. Partnering effectively with other organizations is a key core competence which may need to be developed. Okay, therefore the firms must look into what are the capabilities of partnership that could bring up or build up a good image to the relationship. Okay, next we move to next slides. Okay, which is regarding the control and evaluation of the strategic relationship. Okay, look at all these control and evaluation measures. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 control and evaluation measures. It is useful to consider all these 6 measures and metrics in controlling and evaluate the partners. Okay, the first one, in controlling and evaluating, firms should come up with metrics. The first metric should be comparable across alliances. It should be comparable and it should be common across alliances. Second metrics should be defined and discussed with alliance partners. It should be agreed upon. Third, there should be clarity about the implications of alliance performance. Number 4, in controlling and evaluation, a process of auditing alliance performance should be implemented. Okay, it is important to audit the partners or relationship performance that have been implemented. Okay, next, or number 5, in control and evaluation, alliance performance should be linked to individual performance review. Okay, review or revision must be made lah. And then a forum should be created for reviewing and acting on alliance performance data. Okay, it can be a forums, it can be a meeting, it can be also, if it is it can be also a remote kind of forum, which use technologies such as Skype, video records and so on and so forth. Okay, next. In control and evaluation, usually firms must make sure that they have opportunities of reducing costs and generate additional income through partnership. This is very important. To achieve this, firm must launch a process, diagnose performance, generate restructuring options, and lastly, execute the changes. Okay, because the bottom line is to reduce costs and generate additional income through partnership. Okay, that is very important. Okay, we move to next slides. Okay, this is exiting from alliance. Specific collaborations and alliances may come to an end of their useful lives when the relationship fails to deliver value or when the market opportunity declines. Early preparations for the eventual end of the relationship or alliances are recommended. So we have to make sure that we have early preparations for this kind of exiting or end of alliance. So a successful disengagement plan should consider identifying and agreeing on the events that will trigger exit from the alliance. So because we don't want all the partners have bad image through exiting from the alliance. And detailed description of the rights of each partner to alliance assets and products on disengagement. Okay. Next, design of the disengagement process, how the disengagement will take place, how to let the shareholders know about it, and as well as a communication plan for continuous flow of information that involve parties during the alliance dissolutions. Okay, failure risks and potential losses from failures should be given careful attention. Costs and processes of ending strategic relationship must also be considered during the exiting from the alliance. Okay. So that is the end of chapter 7 on strategic relationship. Yeah. The competitive realities of surviving and prospering in the complex and rapidly changing business environment encourage teaming up with other companies or between firms. So collaborative strategic relationship among companies are increasingly important nowadays. Therefore, how to relate with hospitality industry? Strategic relationship or alliances are becoming an important form of business activity, particularly in view of the realization that travel and tourism companies are continuously competing on a global field. In the travel industry, which is global by definition, because our industry is a global industry, we are witnessing the formation of global alliances between firms of different types. For instance, or for example, hotel firms with airlines. The formation or relationship between hotel firms with airlines, as well as similar businesses such as, for example, the relationship between hotels to hotels, for example, Marriott and Sheraton. It is obvious that the development of such alliances in the hotel industry offers some implications for hotel managers as well, or hospitality managers, I would say. The key to prosperity in the current hotel industry environment is the growth of the industry. With the location-specific nature of the hotel industry, hospitality industry, growth will translate into greater market coverage that includes increased visibility and greater opportunities for cross-destination marketing, which leads to the benefits of economies of scale and scopes. Okay, so when we talk about economies of scale and scopes, I'm sure that you know it is about lowering the cost of the firms. Okay, hotel and hospitality companies are driving and continually seeking new ways in increasing their market share in changing markets nowadays. Okay, we know that the markets nowadays, the industry is is challenging. It is becoming challenging from time to time. All right. Okay, so that is about strategic relationship chapter 7. Thank you, good luck, and enjoy studying to all students.